Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD. Investments Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer, member of FINRA and SIPC. 765-453-9600. Diamond Financial Group is not associated with the CFD companies.
Welcome, everybody, to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy from Diamond Financial Group, and I just want to thank everyone that has made the last year possible. That's right. I am celebrating 1 year of being on the show as your host of Money in Motion, and I'm so excited that we have made it through a full year. I really just want to take a second to thank some of the people that have made this past year possible. Darren Wilson with the realty firm, Barbara Steebing from First Volunteer Bank, Chris Sapp and the Computer Doctor, Jason Petty and the Window Tint Company, Dr. Ken Schmidt-Matzen of Cookville Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Wayne Howe of Great Harvest Bread Company. Most especially, I would like to thank my business partner, Darryl Phillilps of Diamond Financial Group, who got me financially started on this route, has been on the show a couple of times. In fact, I want you guys to tune in next week because I'm going to have an amazing show with Darryl Phillilps next week that we're going to share some insights and some scams that you can avoid with the knowledge that you're going to receive from next week's show. So please tune in next week as we continue to talk about your finances, your investment potential, and possibilities right here on Money in Motion. For the rest of this show, I'm going to present some highlights from the last year of Money in Motion and some of the amazing guests that we've had on here. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy listening to many of our amazing guests we've had over the past year right here on Money in Motion. So we're going to start off this show with one of my favorite guests, an amazing Christian brother, Keith Pachmayer, as he presents an amazing song from Keith Pachmayer Ministries. So without further ado, I want to have Keith just sing one of the songs. Tell us a little bit about this first song that you're going to sing. I did mention that Keith is a singer-songwriter. Is this one of the songs that you've written, Keith?
Yes, absolutely. I mentioned just earlier that we lived in a lot of places when I was growing up, just numerous homes, a lot of school changes, a lot of home changes. And I asked God when he started pouring into me about this ministry, I asked him, I said, Lord, if this is really, really, really for real this time, give me a song. And I wrote this song. It's funny. A lot of the songs I write come in 15 to 20 minutes and they're done.
Wow.
So it's I know it's not just me. I know that he's pouring into me. And he said, just tell him about your life.
Okay.
And so this song is called Home, and it's about my childhood.
Outstanding. Let's hear it. Wow. Praise God, praise God, praise God. Keith, that was absolutely amazing. And every time I hear you sing, it blesses my heart. And I know beyond that I know that it is from God what you're doing, man. And I just pray God continue to direct your life in your path. Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy. And now we're going to listen to a little bit of an interview that I did with Darryl Phillilps. I'm excited today to have my business partner is back with us in the studio, Darryl Phillilps, and we're going to be talking about quite a few things, but I just want to remind you real quick that you can reach out to us with any questions you have about finance. If you have questions from any of my guests about any of my shows or any topic that we raise, please feel free to reach out to us. You can call us at 646-4090. That's 646-4090. You can Google Diamond Financial Group. You can come see us right beside Poets, right there on the square on Broad Street. And we would love to answer your questions, help you work through any issues or any concerns, anything that's going on. But I'm really excited. I got to tell you all, Darryl Phillilps, not only is he one of my best friends in the world, he's my hunting buddy, he's my business partner, but he is also my person that I go to make sure that I am up to speed on the latest and greatest knowledge of what's going on in the market. It's something that he is extremely talented at doing, at researching, and he knows what sources are credible and what sources are not. It's amazing how much information is out there on the internet, and I'm constantly seeing articles pop up in my email address on the internet when I'm out there looking and Googling different things. There's a lot of information that is available, and there's a lot of people who have opinions and want to share what they think is going to happen next. And so you have to be able to look at all that. But what Darryl does, what my business partner and what we try to do at Diamond Financial Group is not just listen to the naysayers and the people that are out there throwing out their opinions. We look for a technical analysis of the market, and we compare it to past histories of the market. And we try to give you educated resources and educated opinions of what we truly believe is going to happen in the market. So today, once again, the stock market, this last week anyway, the stock market has hit several all-time record highs, with the Dow at over 23,000. I mean, just a year ago, people would have never believed that to be possible. The market is up over 20% since Trump's victory, and volatility in the market, that's the ups and downs of the market, is essentially non-existent. Darryl, what are you telling our clients to do who are worried about the market being overvalued? And is it common for the market to behave this way?
Well, thanks for having me on, Jason. I love talking about this. And I tell you what, let's save the answer to your first question to the end of the show. So stay tuned, because I'm going to share with you a tool that we use that has turned red prior to the last 7 recessions, and you'll want to know where it is now. You also ask if it's common for markets to behave this way?
Right.
The answer is a resounding no. I've been advising clients going on 18 years, and I've never seen such complacency in the stock market. Listen to this article from USA Today. I think it puts it in perspective. This is dated July 20th of this year, but I'm going to update it to today. Reading the article, it states stocks keep hitting new highs in an unusually calm market that hasn't flashed a fasten your seatbelt warning in over a year. The U.S. stock market hasn't suffered a 5% drop. That's the common definition of a pullback since the Brexit vote shocked investors in late June of last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's things like that pop up all the time. I get calls almost daily myself, Darryl, and I know you do, from our clients that are out there concerned about what's going on in the market. We'll be right back on Money in Motion with more of my anniversary show right here on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
I'm Mark Miller, and I approve this message.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Murphy, and I want to take just a minute to tell you about a good friend of mine, Mark Miller, who is running for Cookeville City Council. I've literally known Mark all his life as we went to church together, and I saw him grow up. I can tell you that he has become a man of integrity, he is a family man, and he's a man that cares about the future of Cookeville. Specifically, I look forward to having Mark on our city council because he is young, he is forward-thinking, and he cares about the future of our city. I really encourage you to get out there and vote on August 2nd or show up for early voting starting July 13th. Mark Miller for Cookeville City Council.
I'm Mark Miller, and I'm running for Cookeville City Council. I believe in a quality of life for all stages of life.
Hi, everybody. This is Jason Murphy, your host on Money in Motion, right here on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. And I'm excited to introduce a sponsor that is an amazing friend of mine, Dr. Ken Schmidt-Matzen and Pam from Cookeville Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, located right there beside the Justice Center and beside where J.J. Jack's used to be. A lot of you are familiar with that area. And I have to tell you that I have seen Dr. Ken and Pam going back for 28 years. They are good personal friends of mine, but the services that they offer there are amazing. Dr. Ken is one of the best chiropractors that I know, and I have seen him over and over for neck pain, for back pain, for issues with my hips, where I've had car crashes and different things that have taken place in my life, and he's always been able to get me straightened out and back active the way I like to be with my boys, going climbing and hiking and running and playing. So I encourage you to stop by and see Dr. Ken. If you have any issues with your spine, with your neck, back, legs, he can check you out and get you taken care of. Now, Pam is an amazing physical therapist. I can tell you I just had knee surgery just a month ago, and I've already completed the turkey trot this past November, which was amazing that I was able just a few weeks after knee surgery, and Pam was able to help me get rehabilitated extremely quickly to get back out there and lead the active life that I enjoy. Also, they have a new nutritional program that is amazing to help you get in the right physical shape that you need to. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're just trying to get healthier, but you're not sure what type of nutrients your body needs, they can take care of all those needs right there at Cookeville Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, located right there beside the Justice Center in Cookeville.
Congratulations, you found a home for sale that interests you on the internet.
Is it really as great as you think it is?
Is the asking price in line with the current market values?
Will owning this home allow you to continue enjoying life as you know it?
Are there more homes in the area you may like better? To unlock the mystery of home buying, you need a professional realtor. You need the Wilson team at the Realty Firm. Our experienced and highly trained team of realtors will take the guesswork out for you.
Buying a home is a process, and the Wilson team at the Realty Firm will walk with you every step of the way, making your needs our top priority.
The only house we want to help you buy is the one you can be proud of.
The one you can call home knowing you took every step to ensure it will bring joy to you and your family for years to come.
Call Darren Wilson at the Realty Firm at 931-520-7750 or find them at www.therealtyfirmagent.com. The Wilson team will put you on the path to owning the right home for you.
Just over 11 years ago, my wife and I went on our first date. We ended the evening by going to a little coffee shop here in Cookeville, just catty corner of the courthouse, named Poets. We sat down and enjoyed an amazing cup of coffee. We enjoyed the company with each other, getting to know each other. That ended up leading to us being married less than 6 months later and having been married for the last 10 years. It all started at Poets, right there, catty corner of the courthouse. For one of the best cups of coffee in Cookeville, I highly encourage you to stop by Poets on the Square or their other location on the north end of South Jefferson Avenue. Poets Coffee, a great place to take your next date or just enjoy a cup of coffee. Welcome back to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy. Here's another segment on our anniversary show from Chris Sapp. I have my good friend, and I truly mean that. Me and Chris Sapp go back a decade, if I'm not mistaken. We go back a solid 10 years of being friends. He has the Computer Doctor. He is the owner and founder of the Computer Doctor down in Sparta, right there on Churchill Drive. At 180 Churchill Drive in Sparta is where their storefront is located, and they do IT work that works. You know, they have solutions for all of your computer needs. And Chris is right now, today, in fact, him and his staff have been working on my office, getting our infrastructure set up to where I have my computer systems working, where I have my phone systems. It's a voice over IP phone system I'm getting through through the computer doctors, and just really excited to have him on my show. And today we're going to ask him about some of the problems that people just in general, the general public, some of the problems that you could be having in your life, computer related, IT related. So, Chris, good afternoon. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you having me on the show today.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on. And talking to my audience, what are some of the dangers? I know that there's everything from viruses and Trojan horses and botnets and ransomware and all these crazy things. What's probably the most crucial thing for people to protect against out there in the computer world?
Jason, when it comes to computers, there's a lot of threat vectors in the world today, and a lot of things that you have to watch out for. For most people that are just casual computer users, the biggest thing that I've run into recently has been the fake tech support calls. You'll get a pop-up message on your computer saying your computer's been infected with a virus. Call this number, or somebody may even call you up on your phone or even your cell phone. It may look like a local number. It could look like it comes from Nashville. It could look like an 800 number, and they'll say, "Thank you for calling technical support," whatever, and they give the insinuation that it is Microsoft or Dell or someone like that, and before you know it, you've allowed them into your computer. They've put a password on there. Now they hold you kind of hostage. Captive, yeah.
Okay.
Or they're selling you some quote unquote support package, and $200, $300 later, you figure out that they've not really done anything to your computer.
Now, is that in the same category? I've heard the term scareware. Would that be a category of scareware?
Yes, it is. It's really just the pop-ups come up. That's called scareware, and basically what that is it's trying to get you to have a knee-jerk reaction to where hey, you get a pop-up that says, hey, somebody's trying to hack into your computer. Click here to block them, or your data's being deleted. Click here to stop that, or whatever. And the first thing you know, you're in trouble, because once you do that, you've mentally kind of already gone down their little rabbit trail, and it's hard to get back out of that hole. And they want you to call, and they're going to cause you to do something that is going to create problems on your computer. Anytime you see that, the best thing to do is to push away from the keyboard and don't do anything. Just sit back, go eat a sandwich or something, come back and take a look at it. 9 times out of 10, that stuff is fraudulent, it's fake, and if you get sucked into that, you can lose a lot of money.
Okay, I appreciate you sharing that. Now, I know that I personally have had a problem in the past where I had a hard drive crash and all the information that I had on there was lost forever. I found out that I could have gone and it was going to be thousands of dollars to recover like my kids' pictures from their birthday, and it wasn't worth thousands of dollars for me in that situation. But do people call you a lot with problems with losing data on their hardware, and what are some ways they can protect against that?
Well, that happens quite a bit, more so than you would imagine. And most people are really rolling the dice with their data. And that is really the most important thing that they have on their computer. If you think about it, if you lose your pictures and if you've lost that stuff before, that sick feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach. Absolutely. When that happens. And You're thinking, man, do I have a backup of this? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Okay.
And from a computer standpoint, there's so many different offerings out there that are available for free to people on the cloud, where you can have that data backed up redundantly and managed by professional computer people like the Googles of the world, the Yahoos, the different places like that doesn't cost you anything. Having thumb drives that you back things up, but having a plan in place is the most important thing. Just like in the financial world, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail.
That's right.
And
that's exactly
the same thing with computer infrastructure and things like that. So it's really interesting that you bring that up. And from a financial standpoint, it could be very devastating for a business user.
Yes.
In particular, if they don't have a plan. And I had one customer that they got this, it wasn't this WannaCry virus that was on there, but about 2 years ago, I had a customer call me and said, hey, we've got this message that's popped up on our computer saying that we have to buy these Bitcoins, that our computer's been encrypted and all of our data is locked up, and we've tried to open our files, and everything that we open up says the same thing.
So someone had hijacked their data. Yes, is that ransomware? I've heard of that term as well.
That's exactly what it was. this particular incident caused this man it did encrypt their drive. They did not have a backup solution, and the only thing we could do at that point was to wipe everything out, start from scratch, and they had to manually rebuild their whole accounting system. The last backup that they did do had been 6 months ago, so they had to go in and recreate payroll.
6 months worth of data and records and bookkeeping. Man, I cannot imagine the panic that would set in as a business owner on having to recreate that much data and information from my system. So there are ways to continually have that backed up.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys out there, if you have questions for Chris Sapp, if you don't feel like you're protected, feel free to call in to the Computer Doctor. Chris Sapp is a man of integrity. I can personally vouch for him. He is one of the sponsors of this show, but I chose him to be a sponsor of this show because I knew I could speak to his integrity and what he can do for you personally or commercially for your computer systems and your IT. We need people in this world we can trust, and I can tell you I trust the doc, Chris Sapp. As we continue on with our anniversary show, here's another word from one of our special guests. I'm just really grateful for my friend Darren Wilson, who is a sponsor of Money in Motion. And Darren is one of those guys I would absolutely bring out here and would talk to him because he is an expert in this field, in his field of what he does for a living. He has done it full time, 100%. Providing for his family for over 13 years, and I'm just grateful to have him as a man in my life that I know I can call on if I have a problem, if I have a prayer concern. But I did want to say real quickly that we have been given some really good advice to our home buyers out there, but now I want to talk real quickly to the home sellers. And so what are some tips, Darren, that you can give to someone that is selling a home to get the most out of their home? I mean, everyone wants to get the most for their home that they can when they're selling, when they're moving, what have you. Go ahead and talk to that.
Well, curb appeal is the most important thing, and the condition of the home, keeping it that way. With somebody, it's very hard for a owner because we get complacent over time. That's okay, I can fix it later.
Okay.
But when a buyer walks into the home, they're going to ask themselves two questions: what's it worth, or what's wrong with it? And if you can remove any of those doubts on the front end, it's always a good thing to do. Set it back, maybe as Dave Ramsey used to say, cut down the bagworm bush that's eating the side of the house. Freshen up the landscaping up front, and maybe paint the front door. Do whatever you got to do to create this inviting appearance whenever they pull into the driveway.
Right.
Make sure all the cobwebs are out from the corners of the porch. People forget those little minor things. Pressure wash the home. And so just be a part of you're putting your home on the market to sell it.
Yes.
You need to make the beds. You need to keep the dishes out of there. If you've got pets, you need to keep them up and away. You need to, it's just a matter of making it a priority.
But let's say, okay, now we've got the outside cleaned up. The lawn is manicured. We've done some new landscaping. It's looking beautiful. They walk into the home, and I want to hear a horror story. What is something that someone has done?
Oh my gosh.
that was just you couldn't believe when you were bringing someone in to show this home, and what?
There's one that stands out. We had set an appointment up for a home, and the gentleman knew that we were coming. And we pulled into the driveway. My customers and I were driving separately. We pulled into the driveway, and he was in the garage up on a ladder changing the bulbs, those fluorescent bulbs.
Okay, yeah, easy enough.
And I said, did you get the knowledge, the appointment that we were coming? He said, sure, going in the house.
Okay.
So we walk into this house, and the house was in complete disarray. Not set to show, to be honest with you. We walk into the master bathroom.
Okay.
And I promise, as God is my witness, there was a pile of laundry sitting in front of the jet tub. You couldn't see the jet tub.
Wow.
I mean,
like 4 feet high.
It was incredible. And I said, my people said, well, it's obviously we're just going to step out and pull out. We were talking during the break about a home, particularly the one that I had, that had been on the market with another
company, and they had not had any success. And they called and asked me if I could come over and take a look at them. And I always tell people, do you want my brutal, honest opinion about something? That kind of puts them on the back, because I'm brutally honest when it comes. I'm kind, but I'm going to be brutally honest.
Right.
You hired me to sell your most expensive asset. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done to get it sold. Well, I walked in this one house, and they had the sectional sofa. As soon as you walked in this house, they had a sectional sofa at the doorway. and it was kind of created a walkway from the back of the sofa to the wall on the left as you walk in the home. Okay. So it enclosed that living room. We didn't make that living room appear as large. And she said, I don't know what to do. I said, do me a favor. I said, flip this around and do this and put the sofa over there on the other side of the wall. And she said, what? I said, just trust me. She do that. Now, timing is everything in this business, right? Okay. And I can't take 100% of the credit for this, what happened. But 2 showings later, people walk in, man, I can't believe how big this living room is. They bought the house. And they're still living there.
So outstanding. Well, Darren, I truly appreciate you being on Money in Motion today. This has been an awesome show. I hope the listening audience has gained some value from this and what we do. Hey, if you want to get a hold of Darren Wilson, go just visit him at the Realty Firm. They're right there on Broad Street, just after where the fork is of Broad and Spring. But just feel free to call him. You can see his billboards around town. His number is 260-5599. Again, that's 260-5599, and he will get you taken care of. If you forget any of that information or want to try to get a hold of Darren Wilson at the Realty Firm, just stop by and see me, Jason Murphy, at Diamond Financial Group. I want to thank everybody for listening to my anniversary show. I'm Jason Murphy, your host, right here on Money in Motion. Stop by and see me at Diamond Financial Group at 228 East Broad Street, right beside Poets on the Square. By the way, I have my boys with me in the studio today for my 1-year anniversary. I'm so proud of them, and I want to give them a second to introduce themselves. This is Christian.
Shout out to my dad. Good job, Dad.
I'm Benjamin Murphy, and I'm 12. Congratulations to my dad.
God bless you guys for listening over this last year. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for listening to Money in Motion. I'm your host, Jason Murphy, and you've been listening to News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Advisory services are offered through Creative Financial Designs Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities are offered through CFD. Investments Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer, member of FINRA and SIPC. 765-453-9600. Diamond Financial Group is not associated with the CFD companies.
Protecting your home or business is important to you. That's why you might invest in an advanced security system or make sure you have the strongest locks on the market. But what are you doing about the sun? That big yellow ball of fire is shooting UV rays through your windows that can fade furniture and increase your energy costs. Fortunately, the Window Tint Company in Cookeville can provide you with a championship-level solution, offering multiple lines of window film for any need. The Window Tint Company is the Upper Cumberland's expert when it comes to protecting your home or business from blinding glare or damaging UV rays. And you'll still be able to admire those beautiful Middle Tennessee sunrises and sunsets. When you're ready to protect your home or business from the sun, give Jason and Susie with the Window Tint Company a call at 931-510-0830. That's 931-510-0830. Visit CookevilleWindowTintCompany.com to learn more or request an estimate.
Hey, this is Jason Murphy from Money in Motion. Let me talk to you a little bit about my good friend Joey Smith of Smith's Insulation. Did you know that Smith's Insulation has been around since 1977? They provide insulation for new construction and on existing homes. They are certified by the TVA as a weatherization contractor. That means that you could actually get a rebate for improving the efficiency of your home. I greatly encourage you to call Smith's Insulation for all your insulation needs, whether it be for commercial builds or new or existing residential. I have used Smith's Insulation for both and can tell you that I was extremely pleased with the service, the quality, and the energy efficiency they provided. To find out more information about Smith Insulation, go to smithinsulationtn.net. That's smithinsulationtennessee.net.
646-5519. Those numbers may not mean a whole lot to you right now, but you're going to want to write this number down. My name is Jennifer. My husband and I, we're frugal people. While we like to get a lot of value for our money, to say the least, we stretch every dollar. So last year, we decided that we wanted to refinance a mortgage on our house. We did our research, and that's when I met Barbara Steeving. Her official title is loan officer. She's not just thorough, not just thoughtful, She actually anticipated my family's needs throughout the whole process of the refinance. And trust me, folks, when I say they were tricky needs. She was just amazing. Can't say enough about it. By the time the process was over, I called her my friend. You can be friends with Barbara. All you need to do is go to Willow Avenue in Cookeville next to Jackson Plaza and go into First Volunteer Bank and tell my friend Barbara Steaming that you're there to save money, and she will do it for you. The number is 646-5519. So stop by First Volunteer Bank and see Barbara Steaming.
Member FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
I'm Mark Miller, and I approve this message.
Hey, everybody, this is Jason Murphy, and I want to take just a minute to tell you about a good friend of mine, Mark Miller, who is running for Cookeville City Council. I've literally known Mark all his life as we went to church together, and I saw him grow up. I can tell you that he has become a man of integrity, he is a family man, and he's a man that cares about the future of Cookeville. Specifically, I look forward to having Mark on our city council because he is young, he is forward-thinking, and he cares about the future of our city. I really encourage you to get out there and vote on August 2nd or show up for early voting starting July 13th. Mark Miller for Cookeville City Council.
I'm Mark Miller, and I'm running for Cookeville City Council. I believe in a quality of life for all stages of life.